Presidente da Comissão Europeia von der Leyen, cada crise é uma oportunidade. Ursula von der Leyen faz um discurso poderoso sobre missão e responsabilidade da Europa no Congresso do PPE 2025 em Valência, abordando as questões-chave que o continente enfrenta.
Thank you very much, my dear friends. Dear Manfred, dear EPP family, it's wonderful to be here today, and a very special thank you to you, Alberto Fejo, for your amazing hospitality. You have organized this incredible Congress at a really important time. And allow me also to say a word to yesterday's events. Yesterday, citizens across Spain and Portugal and parts of France faced an unprecedented power outage. And I would like to commend them for the calm and the civility that they have displayed in the midst of this most challenging blackout. They've shown collective responsibility. They've shown solidarity with the people that suddenly found themselves unable to go home. And let me in particular thank the police, the firefighters, the traffic controllers. In all countries, they've been working under immense pressure to protect the citizens and to maintain the order. Gracias e obrigada a todos. This EPP Congress is a reunion of friends, and I particularly want to pay tribute to my dear friend Manfred. Manfred, you are known as an outstanding leader. Last summer, it was an honor and it was a pleasure to hit the campaign trail with you. And my friends, look at what we have achieved together. We scored a resounding victory in the European elections. We are by far the largest group in the European Parliament. Roberta's leadership won her a second well-deserved mandate. And we have one of the largest EPP teams ever in the European Commission, and it's great to see so many of you here today. Dear Manfred, you have made EPP strong. And a strong EPP means a strong Europe. So you have my full support to lead us for another term as President of EPP. And let me also thank you for choosing Dolores Montserrat as candidate for the Secretary General. Dear Dolores, thank you for putting so much passion in everything you do. You're a great choice to be the first woman Secretary General of our party. And I think Roberta will agree with me when I say other parties speak of gender balance. We, EPP, we deliver on it. And dear friends, just over a year ago, I stood in front of you in Bucharest to ask for your support. And I remember sharing with you the lesson of my father, that Europe is more than a market. Europe is more than a set of institutions. Europe is more than a union. Europe is our home, and our first mission is to protect the place we call home. It is about prosperity. It is about security. It is about democracy. And this is what we as EPP have promised to the people of Europe. And they have entrusted on us to deliver on this promise, because they know leadership that is equivalent with EPP. as we've shown from Donald Tusk in Poland, to Kyriakos Mitsotakis in Greece, from Petteri Orpo in Finland, to Andrej Plenković in Croatia, from Nikos Christodoulides in Cyprus, to Ulf Kristersson in Sweden, from Luis Montenegro in Portugal to Luc Frieden in Luxembourg, from Ivica Silinia in Latvia to Christian Stocker, we just heard him, in Austria, from Zelyaskov Rosen in Bulgaria to Ili Boloyan in Romania, and in a few days, Friedrich Merz in Germany will join us. And my friends, all of you here, from ministers to mayors, from European Parliament to local government, you know the simple truth. With greater power comes greater responsibility. And my friends, today is also the day to say again very clearly, we are willing to take on this responsibility. EPP means leadership, and we will deliver for Europe on all levels. That's our promise. And my friends, our victory last year belongs to all of you. But we also know that election day is never a finish line. It's the moment to hit the ground running. And this is what we've done from day one on. In our difficult times, nothing can be taken for granted. For decades, free trade has been a driver of global prosperity. It has lifted billions out of poverty and sustained the livelihood of millions of European families. Now, global markets are shaken by the unpredictable tariff policy of the US administration. US tariffs on the rest of the world are at their highest in a century. The IMF issued a stark warning last week, and that is no surprise, because tariffs are like taxes. They hurt consumers and business alike. They affect Wall Street as well as Main Street. Millions of citizens will face higher grocery bills. Medicines will cost more. Transportation will cost more. Inflation will go up. And this is hurting, in particular, the most vulnerable citizens. Business, small and big, suffer from day one. Greater uncertainty, disruption of supply chains, burdensome bureaucracy. My friends, we cannot and we will not allow this to happen. We have to double down on our hallmark policies of open markets, of win-win trade and investment partnership, and of free and fair trade. But in every crisis, and Christian Stocker, you said it, in every crisis there's also an opportunity. Not only is our single market the largest in the world because of its openness to the world that is so much greater than that of the United States and China, but we are also world champion in export to GDP. So our companies need the global markets. And in this moment of crisis, it pays off that Europe is reliable and predictable. We have already the largest network of free trade agreements with 76 countries around the world. Now the world of trade is turning towards us. And Friedrich, you mentioned it. Since last year, we've concluded a new wave of trade deals from Mercosur to Mexico to Switzerland. We're working with India and Indonesia, with the Emirates and Thailand, the Philippines and Malaysia and the Pacific. They all want to deal with us because we are fair, we are reliable, and we play by the rules. So, my friends, let's stay the course, cool-headed and united, because that's who we are, and that's the European way of trade. Let's stick to that. But the key to our prosperity is to put our own house in order and to make business easy right here in Europe. Our single market is a safe harbor for European businesses, a place where they can grow strong before they set sails on global markets. But we've discussed here today too, the vitality of the single market is held back by too many national barriers, too much fragmentation, too much bureaucracy. And that's why we introduce the now famous omnibuses, to simplify and to speed up. I mean, we have so many opportunities, we have to grasp them now. And take just a digital startup in Europe, a digital startup that wants to scale up in the European single market. Instead of having one single rule to deal with across the European Union, this digital startup is facing across all member states over 270 national regulators active in digital networks. This is unbearable. That fragmentation is the key factor why we are falling behind. If we remove all obstacles inside our union, we could boost our own GDP as much as 10%. So, my friend, it's time to break the chains. Europe was once the cradle of innovation. We want to be it again. Let's free up European innovation, and let's boost again the entrepreneur spirit of Europe. That is the EPP task we have ahead of us now, and we will deliver, my friends. And this is the moment to stand up also, not only for our strength, but also for our values. We don't invade our neighbors, and we don't punish them. On the contrary, there are 12 countries who absolutely want to become members of the European Union. That's round about 150 million people. In Europe, children can go to good schools independent of their parents' income. Controversial debates at universities are welcome. We consider freedom of science and research as fundamental, not only because it is a core value of us, but also because this is how excellence and innovation thrives. And this is why Europe is open to the best and brightest. This is why we will make proposals to help them choose Europe. Because we want scientists and researchers from all over the world to make Europe their home and to make Europe the home of innovation again. That's the moment to act right now, my friends. It's a very special moment to attract the best and the brightest. But now is the moment to act. Choose Europe. And my friends, we must continue to deliver on what matters to the people of Europe. Food security is key to our overall security. And we must always be grateful to our farmers who provide us with quality food every single day. They are the custodians of our land and our most ancient traditions. But we also know that their job is of key strategic importance. So, their hard work must pay off. Farmers deserve a fair